The Rusty Blade Tavern is famous for its honey mead and the outlandish wars against evil amidst the shadow forest. Strange rumbling sounds from the graveyard caught the attention of the town drunk, Lloyd. "The bloodsuckers have returned," whispered Lloyd. He sprinted back to the tavern to warn the others. Luckily, the king's appointed monster hunters, the Guardians of the Dawn, were visiting the tavern. The monster hunters finished their pints and ready themselves for war. Here's a battle report of keeping those pesky bloodsuckers away.
Hey everyone, welcome to another battle report here. This is going to obviously Fistful led Tales of Horror here. As you can tell by the intro, you should see what the traits are for each player, survivor, whatever. As you can see, vampires are starting over here by a cemetery, and then we got the Guardians of the Dawn or whatever. They're starting over the good guys here, bad guys over there. And just was in the mood to get playing a game here. I'm in the middle of a paint challenge, but I want to take a little break here. So got the dice tray over here ready to go. I have the bad guys are going to be the black dice, and the good guys will be the blue dice. So again, maximize your screen for better viewing. I mean, just blow it up and you'll see the table better or whatever. Again, I do all my battle reports with the cell phone and all that, and it's been a while since I've done Fistful Lead. I will mainly, you'll probably see a lot of fast play here and then me explaining at the end of each round. I'm going to go about 5 turns and we'll go from there and see how this works. Maybe less than 5 turns for this game, but we'll see. Leave any comments below, and I always try to get to respond to your comments less than 24 hours or whatever. So again, this is Fistful Lead Tales of Horror by Wiley Games. I'll have his link in the description there, and you can check out all his games. Go for the PDFs if you haven't tried before. PDFs is the cheapest way to go to see if you like it, and then if you like it, then get the books and the cards and all that stuff. So got the cards right here. As you know, it's a card-based turn. So since we got 5 characters there and 5 characters here, I deal out 5 cards for each character. So turns are card driven. What I do is I do blind draws. I'll deal out 5 cards for myself, 5 for the bad guys, and I won't even look at them. And what turns over turns over. So in a way, it's kind of fun because it's like it keeps it suspenseful. And yeah, and then there's some times where I may be turning over some low cards and they'd be getting all the high cards and doing the bashing and all that stuff. So I kind of enjoy doing that. That's what I've been doing with the Wiley Games solo play. Also, everything and traits and all that, everything's from the Tales of Horror supplement. Just go on his website and check it out. So let's get this going. I'm done talking, man. I want to play. 5 inches here on his first action. And then he's got a short range shot at Luna over here, who's already got a shock on her. So let's go ahead and roll for that. Okay, McMurray he's shooting at short range, so it's a 5+, but he also has a Deadeye trait, so it's a +1 there. So he's got a hit on 4+. Here we go. Oh my gosh, McMurray. Okay, McMurray's done. Now he's kind of out there in the open to 3 or 4 vamps here. Let's see what happens. And while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and Luna's going to roll for recovery. She gets a +1 to her roll because the leader, Lord Alfred, is within 12 inches. So a +1 to the recovery roll. See what happens. Okay, normally you need a 6+ for recovery, but since with the leader, she needs a 5+ to recover. And she got an 8, so she recovered. Well, Luna cannot make it over here. It's about 8 inches away, so even if she did her full the 6-inch move, it's 2 inches away to even get to close combat. Remember, vampires have a 6-inch move. It's their fast ability. So I'm gonna have her fly over here to this busted up wagon. The vampires go first on this one, and McMurray already used his turn. Lord Alfred here, the head vampy, he's within range, 12-inch. McMurray's within 12-inch range here, and Lord Alfred's going to go ahead and attempt to mesmerize McMurray. So it's going to be rolled as like a close combat here. So thing is, he's the leader, so he has a D12. And McMurray has a D10, so let's go to the tray and see what happens here, man. Mesmerize, both vampire and the victim roll close combat dice. If the victim rolls higher, so if McMurray rolls higher, nothing happens. They have overcome the strange will of the monster and all are immune to any further attempts. If the vampire rolls higher, subtract the victim's roll and use the difference on the chart below. Here's a chart here. Now I'll read to you if it happens that way. Come on, McMurray, resist. Resist the vampire. Resist. And we got... Oh, crap, McMurray. Alrighty, McMurray has been mesmerized by Lord Alfred. Let's see what happens on the chart. Okay, and we get a 2. Well, that might be good. That might be good. 1 to 3... roll is unsuccessful, but the intended victim is confused by the experience and takes a shock marker. Ooh, yeah, all right, good deal. Okay, that was one action from Lord Alfred. He's got another action, and I think Lord Alfred's going to try again, McMurray. He's going to go after McMurray here. This time, though, McMurray's going to roll with a -1 factor here, so... Alright, man, let's do it again. Alright, here we go. And McMurray rolled a 3, which actually becomes a 2 because of the -1. And then Vampire, Lord Alfred rolls a 5. So this time, Lord Alfred rolls a 4, which is on the chart. Success! The victim enters a trance-like state and is now helpless. The figure must be freed before it can be activated again. Oh, crap. That means, says right here, the victim must make a recovery roll to shake off the helpless status. If another member of the victim's crew moves into contact and uses an action, the victim automatically recovers. While helpless, the victim rolls no dice in close combat, and any enemy shooting them receives a +2 to their roll. Oh boy. McMurray, McToddy's right by him, so McToddy will be able to snap him out of the Lord Alfred's trance, I guess you say. Here, I'll put this red die here to symbolize that someone's in a trance here. A vampire's gaze is caught in a vampire gaze. How's that? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use this turn for McToddy. He's gonna use one action to move up to McMurray, and then he's gonna slap him across the face. Whoosh! Snap out of it, McMurray! And then that releases him from the vampire's gaze. So. And then that's it. That's the only thing McToddy can do. Boy, oh boy, this is something here, man. Vampires seem to be pretty tough. Drusilla's going to use her 6-inch one action of movement, which is 6 inches, which gets her right over this. And she is looking at, oh boy, looking at McLong, and oh boy, Drusilla's going to cast Cause Fear on me since I'm a little bit farther up than McLong. So it's a 12-inch range, and I'm at 11. Alrighty, let's roll the die. Okay, we roll. She rolls a D10. I get to roll a D12 because I'm veteran. I'm leader, you know. So here we go. And oh shoot, I used both dice, their dice. So crap. I'm tied at 8s, anyways. Should have been blue dice for me, but so it's tied at 8. So I guess it's unsuccessful and nothing happens, huh? Yay! And Drusilla's done. Our turn. Drusilla shouldn't have done that. She pissed me off now. I'm gonna move. This is up to 5 inches right here, and then 1 more inch. No, yeah, I'm gonna only do 5 inches. Then I have 1 more action. My second action is, oh, I hope I'm in range because I didn't measure it. I should measure it. I have holy water on me, and I could toss it 3 to 6 inches. And she's at 5.5 inches. So here we go, man. Gonna splash her with some holy water. Okay, one of my traits is I'm a cult expert, so I get a +1 to my shoot in close combat. So this is long range, so I have to roll an 8 or higher, but -1, so I have to roll 7 or higher for this to work. We're gonna do some splashing here. Okay, 7+. And yes, I got it right on the 7. Alright, I get a +1 to the wound roll here. It has a splash damage, which means anything that's an inch around it would also be affected, but there is none. So, alright, +1 to the wound roll, and here we go. And I get, oh crap, I got a 10. I got a 10. So that makes it an 11. So the holy water splashes on her, and she's just sitting there, screaming and melting and stuff, and she just takes off, and off she goes off the table. Yeah, boy. Lord Alfred turns and in anguish gives me a glare. Oh snap, the head honcho's looking at me. Man, I also had the 2 cards, so I could have rolled 2 dice, 2 D12s, and picked one of them. Whew, I guess I'm lucky on that one, so gotta remember to pay attention to these special cards. Okay, McJeffy, he's gonna move 5 inches to right here, and I think he might have line of sight to Desmond over here. Might be able to here, but it'll be a -2 to shoot her because she's behind this broken down. Oh, I'm not even showing you. Behind the broken down wagon. Let's find out. Crap, he doesn't have a shot at Desmond. There's a he could try to shoot at Luna here. It'd be a headshot, but it's gonna be a -2 on the shooting. Crap. If not, then I just wasted a move there. I'm gonna go ahead and have him shoot. We're gonna see what happens. Who knows? Maybe blind luck. All right, McJeffy's shooting at Luna. Okay, the nice thing is it is short range, so he's got to roll a 5+, but with the -2 modifier there, he's got to roll a 7 higher. So rolling a 7+ to hit. Jeffy got it. Jeffy just thread that arrow right through there. So let's do the wound roll. So this is the second time Jeffy hit Luna, man. And rolls. Oh, it almost was a 10. Rolled a 4. Luna is shaking again. We better watch out, McJeffy, man. She's probably gonna be pissed at you here. Well, she is, I'm sure. Oh boy, here we go. Desmond, he's brute. And he's 11 inches away from McMurray here. He is charging. And we got our first close combat here, boys. Boys and girls, here we go. Okay, since Desmond's a brute, he gets a D12 for close combat. and McMurray has a D10. So let's roll and see what we get. And Desmond ended up with a 7. McMurray ended up with a 2. With the shock, it's a -1, so McMurray has rolled a 1. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh my goodness, I actually put that 1 back to a 2 because I just realized McMurray has nerves of steel, which means he ignores the very first shock that's issued to him. So I took the shock off, and yeah, so we're doing this right now. So the difference of the close combat is a 5. The brute has a +1 to the wound roll. So let's go ahead and roll the wound roll and see what we get. Okay, on the wound chart, the difference was a 5, so it would be a +2 on the wound roll with the +1 from the brute, so it'd be a +3. And we get, oh, rolled low. Rolled a 2, so it'll be a 5, which means McMurray's only shot, shaken. Okay, he's just gonna push back 2 inches. I mean, I push McMurray back 2 inches there. So, and that's where we leave it. Got away with it there. Also, I forgot to use the +1 close combat card for Desmond. So, oy, like I said, I gotta pay attention more to these cards. All right, moving on. Okay, we'll have McLong do a double move to the center of the fork here. We gotta get him involved. He's got some special abilities here, and I'm not afraid of him facing up with Lord Alfred and all that. So, and lastly, to end round 2, we'll bring her up a double move, which will be 12 inches. Boom! Right there. So now she's in the mix of everything. So, all right, round 3 is going to be pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna have McJeffy take a shot at Helga over here, since Jeffy seems to be the only one that's hitting all of these vampies. So, all right, let's go check it out. Okay, it's a straight up short range, so he needs a 5+ to hit, and he gets a 5. Alrighty, man, let's roll for wound. Oh, hold on, we got Helga has lightning fast, so if she rolls an 8+, then she dodges the shot. So here we go. She rolls, oh, that's a 6. All right, so she didn't dodge. All right, now we roll for wound. And, oh, it's a 7. So, boom. She takes a stake in her body or whatever, so she falls prone with a wound. Good job, Jeffy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and have Helga roll for a wound recovery and see what happens here. She's gotta get a 6+, but she's got that wound, so she needs to get 7+ in order to stand up. And, oh, she got an 8. She recovered. Oh, crap. Okay, so she recovers from the wound. She gets up. Now, is she in range to make a charge? Whoops, forgot. She still has the wound. The only way a wound could be taken off is with a Queen of Hearts or someone that has a medic skill can take a wound off. Anyways, so that was one action, and so I was able to stand her up. Now, I can't remember, it's been a while, if she still has one more action. And because I know if you remove a shaken, you could get up or shaken, and you can still get one action. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it that way. Say she still has another action, and I'm gonna have her charge McJeffy. In the comments below, let me know if I'm doing that wrong or not. That's just the way it is. If you recover from your wound, you're able to stand up, but you still have that wound or not. So we'll go ahead and play it that way. So she's going to charge McJeffy. So we got close combat here. Wow.
and she's got -1. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, we're gonna roll close combat here, and then we'll do the modifiers. Ooh, Jeffy got a 10 and she got an 8. Okay, so since she has that wound, you -1. It's down to a 7, but she has a sword, so it's a +1. So that nullifies it, so it's an 8. But she has Fang and Claw, so Fang and Claw is a +1 on close combat, so it puts it up to a 9. So Jeffy still wins 10 over 9. Okay, so we roll for the wound, and there's no modifiers. It's just straight up. And oh my gosh, and she's got a wound on there, so that 8 becomes a 9. And Jeffy took that blessed silver dagger and just stuck her, man, and she's gone. She's dead. So just got stuck. And she's a goner. Good job, Jeff. Desmond knows that he's outnumbered here. He's 2 inches away, so he's gonna eye McLong down 12 inches. McLong is 11 inches away, so he is gonna go charge McLong. Okay, McLong has a sword, blessed sword, so he's got +1 in close combat. Obviously Desmond's a brute, so he gets to use a D12 in close combat. So let's go roll the dice. And we come up with, boom. McLong rolls a 7, and Desmond rolled a 6. Wow. And with the +1 combat for McLong puts it at an 8. So it's 8 to 6 in close combat there, which means McLong wins this. So difference would be a 2, which would be 0 on the wound chart roll. So let's roll for wound. Also on the wound chart, it's a +1 wound roll for McLong with the cross. And since the brute lost, if the brute loses in a close combat, then it's a +1 wound roll for the opponent. So we're gonna be rolling a +2 on the wound roll here, and we get holy crap, dude, the good guys are rolling like crazy, man. That's an 8 +2 is a 10. Desmond's gone. I thought at first the vampires seemed to be tough, but these rolls are just outrageous here. And so Desmond starts to melt away. Okay, I'm going to have McMurray roll for recovery on the shaken here. And he's 11 inches away from me, the leader, so he gets to add a +1 to the shaken roll. And he's also cool-headed, so I believe that's another +1 on the roll. Let's see if he can remove it. So instead of a +6 to remove the shaken token, he needs a 4+ on the roll. And he got a 5. So he got to remove the shaken, and he gets an action. Bye-bye, shaken. Okay, with his second action, McMurray's going to go ahead, and he's got a clear shot at Lord Alfred over here. So it's going to be long range, though. But he's got dead eye, so it's a +1 on the long range, so he's going to be hitting on a 7+. Okay, we need a 7+. And McMurray got a 9. Wow, hit. Roll for wound. Okay, roll for wound. A 7. Oh my goodness. So Lord Alfred is now prone with a... Well, shoot. We're going to go ahead and have McLong double move and go after Lord Alfred while he's down. So here we go, some close combat action. But we have to roll to see if he can go into close combat with Lord Alfred, because Lord Alfred has the fearsome presence trait, which is where the enemy needs to roll a 5+ in order to attack him. Since he's got a wound, McLong's gonna have to roll a 4+ in order to attack. So let's find out. And that didn't happen. So McLong is a little scared of him. So we're gonna have to retreat. So I will bring McLong back here, and we gotta figure something else out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and double move McLong over here, and we'll call that good. He's over by the cart there. So feeling a little saucy here because, dude, these guys are all rolling outrageous. It's just amazing. So he's got his back up over here. So alrighty, McLong's turn is done. Well, we all know what's gonna happen here is Lord Alfred's gonna roll for recovery on the wound and get himself back up. Normally you roll a 6+ to recover from the wound, but since he's got a wound on him, he's got to roll 7 or higher. And my goodness, he rolled a 7. Bum bum bum. I'm back. Oh, tree's all shaking. Lord Alfred, he's gonna go ahead and cast Mesmerize on McLong over here, since he's the closest, and to help save one of his acolytes over here. So let's find out. Okay, we treat the roll as a close combat, and oh my gosh, he got an 11 to McLong's 3, so it's a success. So you subtract the difference there, so it's 8. So an 8+ is a success. The victim is now under the vampire's will and can be activated next turn. Deal an extra card for the vampire player. Oh my gosh, McLong. Oh no. So there's McLong right there, and all of a sudden he's mesmerized. Yes, master. So we'll put this red die there to show that he's mesmerized, and oh my gosh, see what happens. Ooh, I'm glad I caught this in time. It was 11 to 3, but I forgot to minus the wound on Lord Alfred, so it makes it a 10-3. So therefore the difference is a 7. That makes a big difference because now he's just in a trance and still can be saved if someone could go up there and slap him across the face like what happened with McMurray earlier. So glad I caught it. Okay, Todd's the only one that hasn't been activated over here, so McToddy's gonna have to go save McLong here and slap him across the face. So so there's one action there, and then takes an action to slap him across the face. So wake up, and so McLong wakes up from the trance. Oh, what? And that's it for McToddy's turn. He's sitting there saving his fellow vampire hunters. Okay, I'm gonna have Luna roll for recovery. She gets a +1 with the leader, with Alfred. He's just down here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, normally it's a 6+, but she's got the shock on her that makes it a 7+. But then we got the leader skill there with Lord Alfred, so it's back to 6+. So here we go. And she rolled an 8. She's able to remove the shaken token, and she gets an action. Yeah, I think what's going to happen here is she's realized that they are outnumbered and she's going to flee. So she's going to turn around and she's going to fly 6 inches. Okay, McMatthew, he's going to go up to the wall here, and then he is in long range to toss a holy water onto Lord Alfred. Let's see what happens. Okay, I need a 7+ for this to work. And we got a 7, dude. Oh, this is so cool. And with the holy water, it's a +1 on the wound roll. So let's see what happens here. And we get, oh my gosh, I rolled a 9 +1's a 10. Oh my gosh, dude! I checked for modifiers and all that, and that 10 with the holy water, Lord Alfred's dead. He gets all melted up. Becomes a puddle of blood and water. guys, that's pretty much game over. Alrighty, man, you're looking at an all-star crew right here. Totally caught off guard with how well the dice roll was going for these guys here. I seriously was not expecting to survive this because the vampires and the abilities they have, that's a lot. But the dice rolls weren't going too well, I guess. And I mean, they were able to heal and all that, but these dudes are rolling freaking killer shots. So, because I thought if I had a chance, I would shock them out. Even Wiley was telling me that the best way to get rid of the vampires is to shock them off the board. But we were killing them off the board, man. I'm sitting there, I was double checking the rolls. I'm like, dude, that's a 10. The dude's dead. And anyways, so it turned out to only be a 3-round game. Pretty quick game there. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle report. I have to admit, this one wasn't as good as my other battle reports because I actually sub in more sound effects and all that. But I just wanted to get a game out and play real quick. To take care of the itch. And I haven't played Fistful Lead for a little bit, so I thought, why not throw Fistful Lead out there and do Tales of Horror since we're coming up to Halloween. I may keep this table set up here for 2 more other games. We'll see. Make a little series out of this one. So, I mean, it's the Rusty Blade Wars, and it's plural, so maybe there's some other spooky stuff that happened out here. So, anyways, guys, if you watch this, thank you for hanging in there. And any questions, advice, or tips, I did miss some things. I caught some of them late, some of them I didn't. That's the thing. You got to really keep an eye on the traits. When I play this game, you could have, your leader could have like 5 traits, and then your specialist 2 or 3, and then you could do 1. Sometimes if you want, you can put more than 1 on them. But my advice is to keep the traits low. It's easier to keep track, even though I was still missing some of them. If you put the more traits on there, the longer it goes. You have to go through all the, turn and try to figure out, okay, this guy has this guy has that, and blah, blah, blah. And that does make the game a little bit longer. But anyways, to each his own on the Fistful Lead game. It's an awesome game. You can play it to miniature agnostics. You can do whatever you want in it. And he's got so many supplements out there. You should check it out. I'll have his website down below in the description. His newest one is Sci-Fi Victorian. Coming out, not steampunk, it's Victorian sci-fi. So, all right, you guys take care. I'm babbling. It was a very fun game, and they turned out to beat the crap out of the vampires, except one got away. So, alrighty, and that was Helga, I believe, that got away. So, all right, you guys take care.